Focus on yourself until you win. Chapter 1. The Power of Focus. A principle that can transform your life. Focusing on yourself until you win. Life is full of distractions, people pulling you in every direction, doubts whispering you're not enough. But the truth is, your greatest competition is yourself. When you focus on yourself, you invest in growth, improvement, and transformation. You stop comparing your journey to others and instead measure your progress by your own standards. This is not selfish, it is necessary. To win, you must fill your cup first. Nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Every small step you take, every hour you spend improving yourself, learning something new, or developing a positive habit moves you closer to your victory. So commit today, prioritize yourself, protect your energy, and embrace your journey. Your focus is the foundation of your future success. Now think about your life for a moment. How often do you find yourself distracted? People pulling you in 1,000 directions, notifications buzzing endlessly on your phone, opinions and expectations pressing on you from every side. And on top of that, there is that quiet, insidious voice inside your mind whispering, "You're not enough." Here's the truth. The greatest competition you will ever face is not the person sitting next to you, not your colleagues, not your friends. The greatest competition you face is yourself. Your past habits, your fears, your doubts, and the limits you've set for yourself, they are the opponents you must overcome. When you realize this, a shift occurs. You stop comparing your journey to others. You stop measuring your success by someone else's standards. You stop letting the world define your worth. Instead, you focus inward, and every step becomes intentional. Every effort becomes a building block for your future. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. Let me repeat that. It is not selfish. It is necessary. Imagine trying to pour water from an empty cup. You cannot give what you do not have. To win, to achieve your dreams, to rise above the noise and the obstacles, you must first fill your cup. Nurture your mind with knowledge and wisdom. Nurture your body with care and discipline. Nurture your spirit with clarity, purpose, and peace. Only then can you operate at your highest level, consistently and powerfully. Every small step you take matters. Every hour you spend improving yourself, learning something new, or developing a positive habit moves you closer to your victory. Do not underestimate the impact of small, consistent actions. Success is rarely a giant leap. It is a series of tiny, deliberate steps that compound over time. And here's another key truth. Commitment starts today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready or motivated, because motivation is fleeting and perfection is an illusion. Start now. Decide that today you will prioritize yourself. Decide that today you will protect your energy. And decide that today you will embrace the journey, no matter how challenging it may seem. Focus is the foundation of all success. When you focus, you gain clarity, you gain purpose, you gain momentum. And once you start moving with clarity and purpose, nothing can stop you. People may doubt you, circumstances may challenge you, but your focus will be your compass, guiding you through the storms, keeping you on the path to your personal victory. So I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will invest in your growth. Promise that you will guard your time, your energy, and your attention. Promise that every day you will take at least one step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Your focus is your most powerful weapon. Your growth is your most valuable investment. And your victory is waiting if you commit to yourself and never let anything or anyone steal your attention or your determination. Chapter 2. Embrace discipline. Focusing on yourself requires discipline. Life will challenge you. Fear, fatigue, and doubt will knock at your door. But winning isn't about luck. It's about showing up consistently. Every time you push past fear, learn something new, or develop a better habit, you are winning. Consistency builds momentum. Even small efforts, repeated daily, create massive results over time. Remember, discomfort is the price of growth. Sacrifices made today become victories tomorrow. Saying no to instant gratification is not a loss, it's an investment. Discipline transforms potential into achievement. Commit to showing up every day for yourself. Guard your time. Strengthen your mind. Hone your skills. Focus relentlessly, and you will see your life change. The path is not easy, but every step forward is a victory. Focusing on yourself isn't just about dreaming big. It's about doing the work every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what transforms your potential into tangible results. It's the difference between someone who talks about success and someone who actually achieves it. While talent and intelligence matter, without discipline, they often go to waste. Practical tip: create a daily routine that aligns with your goals, even if it starts small. Consistency matters more than intensity at the beginning. Life will challenge you. Challenges are inevitable. You will face fear, fatigue, distraction, and doubt. There will be days when giving up seems easier than continuing. Discipline is the inner strength that keeps you moving forward despite these challenges. Every time you resist the temptation to quit, you reinforce your commitment to yourself. Practical tip: when you feel like giving up, pause and ask, will this matter a year from now? Often the discomfort is temporary, but the results are long-lasting. Showing up consistently is the key. Winning is rarely about luck or one big action. It's about showing up day after day, even when motivation fades. Consistency builds momentum. Each small action compounds over time. Writing one page of a book every day, exercising for 20 minutes daily, or learning a new skill step by step, all of these add up to massive results over time. Practical tip: track your daily progress. Even small wins create motivation and a sense of achievement. Discomfort is the price of growth. Personal growth is uncomfortable. Learning new skills, breaking bad habits, or stepping outside your comfort zone often feels difficult. But discomfort is a signal that you are stretching, evolving, and improving. Embrace it rather than avoid it. Practical tip: when you feel discomfort, remind yourself this pain is temporary, the growth is permanent. Sacrifices today equal victories tomorrow. Discipline often requires saying no to instant gratification. That might mean skipping a party to study, avoiding junk food to stay healthy, or working late to finish a project. These sacrifices aren't losses, they are investments in your future. Each discipline choice compounds into bigger rewards down the line. Practical tip: ask yourself before acting, does this choice bring me closer to my goal or distract me from it? Guard your time and energy. Time is your most valuable asset. Discipline means protecting it fiercely. Avoid mindless scrolling, procrastination, and unnecessary commitments that drain energy. Every hour you focus on your growth brings you closer to victory. Practical tip: schedule your most important tasks when your energy is highest. Treat your time like gold. Strengthen your mind and skills. Discipline isn't just about action, it's about sharpening your mind and capabilities. Develop skills, learn continuously, and train your mind to resist distractions and doubts. A disciplined mind makes better choices, perseveres longer, and achieves more. Practical tip: dedicate time daily to mental growth, reading, meditation, journaling, or learning a skill. Every step forward is a victory. It's easy to underestimate small efforts, but discipline transforms even tiny, repeated actions into progress. Each day you show up, resist temptation, and take focused action, you are winning. Momentum builds, confidence grows, and your results start to compound. Practical tip: celebrate small victories. Every step counts. Summary: Chapter 2 teaches that discipline is the backbone of self-focus and success. It requires showing up consistently even when motivation fades, embracing discomfort as a sign of growth, sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term gains, protecting your time, energy, and focus, strengthening your mind and skills every day. When you commit to discipline, your potential becomes achievement. Your focus becomes unstoppable. Every small, consistent step moves you closer to the life you dream of. Practical tip: discipline is about showing up every day for yourself. Guard your time, strengthen your mind, hone your skills, focus relentlessly, and you will see your life change. The path is not easy, but every step forward is a victory. Focusing on yourself isn't just about dreaming big, it's about doing the work every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what transforms your potential into tangible results. It's the difference between someone who talks about success and someone who actually achieves it. While talent and intelligence matter, without discipline, they often go to waste. Chapter 3: Self-Awareness. Know yourself. The first step to true growth is self-awareness. You must know who you are, what you want, and what you are capable of achieving. Reflect on your strengths, identify weaknesses, and understand your passions and fears. Awareness allows you to make intentional choices. Without it, you drift, influenced by others' opinions or societal pressures. Ask yourself, what habits serve me? Which ones hold me back? Self-awareness empowers you to take control. It's the foundation of focus. When you truly understand yourself, you can prioritize what matters most. You will know where to invest your energy, which opportunities to pursue, and how to navigate challenges. To win, start with yourself. Understand yourself. Then grow, learn, and take action with purpose. Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly, your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, strengths, weaknesses, values, and desires. Without self-awareness, you risk wandering through life unconsciously, reacting to situations instead of making intentional choices. It's impossible to grow effectively if you don't know where you stand or what direction you truly want to go in. Practical tip: spend 10 to 15 minutes daily reflecting on your day. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I improve? How did I feel in different situations? Know who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of achieving. True self-awareness means understanding your identity, your purpose, and your potential. Who are you at your core? What motivates you? What excites you? What are you naturally good at? These questions help you set goals that are authentic, achievable, and aligned with your values. Practical tip: make a list of your core strengths and passions, then write down your top 3 life goals. Compare them to ensure your goals match your true self. Reflect on strengths and weaknesses. Growth is impossible without understanding both what you excel at and where you struggle. Your strengths are your tools. They're what you can rely on to achieve your goals. Your weaknesses are areas for improvement, warning signs, or things to work on strategically. Practical tip: create a self-assessment chart. On one side, list strengths. On the other, weaknesses. Review it monthly to track progress and identify growth opportunities. Understand your passions and fears. Passions guide your purpose, while fears can hold you back. Knowing both allows you to make conscious choices, pursue what excites you, and develop strategies to overcome what scares you. Ignoring fears or suppressing passions often leads to frustration or stagnation. Practical tip: identify one fear that limits you and one passion that excites you. Take one small action this week to face the fear and one action to develop the passion. Awareness allows intentional choices. Without self-awareness, decisions are often influenced by others, peer pressure, societal norms, or random circumstances. Awareness gives you control. When you understand yourself, your choices align with your values and goals rather than external expectations. Practical tip: before making important decisions, ask, is this choice serving my growth or someone else's expectations? Habits: serve or hold back. Self-awareness helps you identify habits that propel you forward versus habits that limit you. Positive habits, reading, exercising, learning, networking, serve you. Negative habits, procrastination, negativity, overthinking, or indulgence hold you back. Practical tip: audit your daily habits. Keep what adds value. Eliminate or replace what drains you. Prioritize what matters most. When you understand yourself, you can focus your energy on activities, relationships, and opportunities that truly align with your goals. This reduces wasted effort, stress, and distraction. Practical tip: each week list your top 3 priorities. Ensure your actions reflect them. Anything outside those priorities should be minimized. Navigate challenges effectively. Self-awareness also allows you to respond to challenges intelligently. When you know your triggers, stress points, and emotional patterns, you can stay calm, make better decisions, and adapt faster. Practical tip: reflect on past challenges. Ask yourself, how did I react? What could I have done differently? This builds self-mastery over time. Take control of your life. The ultimate power of self-awareness is that it gives you control of your life. You stop drifting and start steering. You choose growth, progress, and success on your own terms. It becomes easier to focus, act with purpose, and win at your goals. Practical tip: create a personal mission statement. Write it down and revisit it regularly to stay aligned with your values and vision. Chapter 3 emphasizes that self-awareness is the foundation of focus and growth. Key points: know yourself, strengths, weaknesses, passions, and fears. Reflect daily to understand your patterns and potential. Identify habits that serve or hinder you. Make intentional choices based on your values and goals. Prioritize what matters most. Respond to challenges with clarity and control. Action step: to win, start with yourself. Understand yourself deeply. Then commit to learning, growing, and taking deliberate action with purpose. Your self-awareness becomes the compass that guides every step of your journey toward victory. Chapter 4: invest in knowledge. Focusing on yourself means investing in knowledge. The world is changing constantly, and staying ahead requires learning. Read books, attend seminars, watch videos, and listen to mentors. Knowledge is power, but only when applied. Take action on what you learn. Every lesson, skill, or insight strengthens your ability to succeed. Continuous learning builds confidence and prepares you for challenges. It turns fear into strategy and doubt into clarity. Remember, knowledge without action is wasted potential. Apply what you learn. Experiment. Make mistakes. Grow. Each step forward brings you closer to mastery and ensures that your focus leads to tangible results. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Train it relentlessly. Focusing on yourself isn't just about physical effort or emotional discipline, it's also about growing your mind. The more you know, the more capable you become. Knowledge expands your options, sharpens your judgment, and allows you to make better decisions. Without it, even the hardest work may not lead to meaningful results. Practical tip: dedicate a fixed amount of time each day to learning, reading books, watching educational videos, or listening to podcasts. Even 30 minutes a day compounds into significant growth over time. The world is changing constantly. We live in an era of rapid change. Technology, industries, and even social norms are evolving quickly. To stay ahead, you must continuously learn and adapt. Knowledge helps you anticipate challenges, spot opportunities, and remain relevant in a competitive world. Practical tip: identify areas in your life or career where change is happening rapidly. Focus your learning efforts there first, so you remain prepared and proactive. Learn from multiple sources. Investing in knowledge means exploring various sources. Books provide deep insight. Seminars offer expert perspectives. Videos can teach practical skills, and mentors give guidance based on experience. Each form of learning strengthens different parts of your mind: analytical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and emotional intelligence. Practical tip: create a learning plan that combines reading, online courses, and mentorship. Rotate between sources to develop a well-rounded skill set. Knowledge is only powerful when applied. Simply consuming information is not enough. Knowledge becomes power when it is applied in real life. Every lesson, skill, or insight you gain must be tested and practiced. Application turns abstract ideas into tangible results, helping you grow in confidence and competence. Practical tip: after learning something new, identify one small way to apply it immediately. For example, if you read a book on time management, implement one technique in your daily schedule. Continuous learning builds confidence. Knowledge reduces uncertainty and fear. The more you know, the better you understand your options, anticipate challenges, and solve problems. This transforms fear into strategy and doubt into clarity. Learning gives you a sense of control over your life and decisions, which is essential for growth and focus. Practical tip: keep a learning journal where you track new insights and how you applied them. Review it weekly to see your progress and reinforce your confidence. Experiment, make mistakes, and grow. Growth isn't about being perfect, it's about trying, failing, learning, and improving. Knowledge equips you to experiment intelligently, make mistakes safely, and extract lessons from every experience. Each failure becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. Practical tip: adopt a trial and learning mindset. Whenever you try something new, ask, "What did I learn? How can I improve next time?" Focus leads to tangible results. When you consistently invest in knowledge, your focus becomes more effective. You are no longer wandering aimlessly. You are learning strategically to achieve your goals. Each skill acquired, each lesson learned, and each experiment done brings you closer to success. Knowledge transforms effort into results. Practical tip: set learning goals tied to your main life goals. For example, if your goal is financial freedom, learn about investing, budgeting, and entrepreneurship. Knowledge directly supports your focus. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Train it relentlessly. Chapter 4 emphasizes that investing in knowledge is essential for personal growth and success. Key takeaways: knowledge expands your options and sharpens decision-making. Continuous learning keeps you ahead in a changing world. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Experiment, make mistakes, and grow from experience. Knowledge builds confidence, transforms fear into strategy, and leads to tangible results. Action step. Commit to learning daily. Apply what you learn immediately and track your growth. Remember, every lesson, skill, or insight brings you closer to mastery and ensures your focus produces real results. Chapter 5. Strengthen Body and Mind. Your body is your vessel, and your mind is your compass. Focusing on yourself requires taking care of both. Exercise, eat nourishing food, rest, and practice mindfulness. Strengthen your mind through gratitude, affirmations, and positive self-talk. When your body and mind are strong, you handle challenges with resilience and clarity. Weakness and neglect create distractions and setbacks. To focus fully, you must be healthy, alert, and balanced. Energy is your currency. Invest it wisely. A strong mind and body amplify your efforts, enabling you to push further, learn faster, and grow stronger. Your health fuels your ambition. Treat it as a priority. A focused, disciplined, and healthy self is unstoppable. Your body is your vessel, and your mind is your compass. Your body carries you through life, providing energy and endurance. Your mind directs your choices, priorities, and actions. Focusing on yourself means ensuring both are in peak condition. Neglecting one affects the other. Poor physical health can reduce mental clarity, and a stressed or unfocused mind can drain your body's energy. Practical tip: treat both body and mind as inseparable tools for success. Balance physical activity with mental exercises. Physical health is essential for focus and energy. Exercise, nutritious food, and rest are not optional. They are foundational. Regular exercise boosts energy, improves mood, and enhances cognitive function. Nourishing food fuels your body, while sleep restores and repairs it. Without these, you cannot focus effectively or sustain long-term effort. Practical tip: create a daily routine that includes at least 20 to 30 minutes of movement, a balanced diet, and 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Mental health and clarity are equally important. Your mind is your decision-making center. Strengthening it improves focus, reduces stress, and enhances resilience. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and journaling help clear mental clutter. Gratitude, affirmations, and positive self-talk condition your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Practical tip: start your day with 5 minutes of meditation or journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and repeat a positive affirmation like, "I am capable, focused, and resilient." Strong mind plus strong body equals greater resilience. When your mind and body are strong, challenges become easier to face. You can think clearly under pressure, recover quickly from setbacks, and maintain discipline even in difficult circumstances. Weakness or neglect in either area leads to distractions, frustration, and lower productivity. Practical tip: combine physical exercise with mental training. For example, after a workout, spend 10 minutes reading or practicing visualization. This trains your body and mind to work in harmony. Energy is your currency. Your ability to focus, create, and take action depends on energy. Both physical and mental fatigue reduce efficiency and decision-making quality. Treat your energy like money. Spend it only on what truly matters. Avoid draining activities like negative self-talk, excessive screen time, or unhealthy habits. Practical tip: track your energy throughout the day. Identify when you feel most alert and schedule high-focus tasks during those periods. Health amplifies effort. A strong mind and body multiply the results of your actions.
When you are healthy, alert, and mentally focused, you can work harder, think faster, and push beyond limits. Physical and mental strength enable you to maintain momentum even when challenges arise. Practical tip: combine physical, mental, and skill-building activities into a daily routine. For example, morning exercise, focused work, meditation, learning session. Your health fuels your ambition. Ambition alone is not enough. Without the physical and mental resources to sustain it, progress slows or stalls. A healthy, disciplined, and focused self ensures you have the energy, clarity, and perseverance to chase your goals relentlessly. Practical tip: treat your health as a priority equal to your goals. Schedule self-care, exercise, and mental wellness as non-negotiable appointments. Chapter 5 teaches that strengthening your body and mind is essential for success. Physical health provides energy and endurance. Mental clarity allows focus, resilience, and good decision-making. Energy is your currency. Protect it and invest it wisely. A strong mind and body amplify your efforts, learning, and growth. Health fuels your ambition, makes it unstoppable. Action step: build a daily routine that balances physical activity, proper nutrition, rest, and mental practices. Train your mind and body consistently, and watch your ability to focus, achieve, and persevere multiply.
Chapter 6: Consistency breeds victory. Consistency is the bridge between effort and success. Focusing on yourself isn't about occasional motivation, it's about showing up every day. Success comes from persistent, incremental progress. Each small step, repeated over time, compounds into monumental results. Celebrate small wins. They fuel your motivation and reinforce your commitment. Remember the turtle. Slow but steady wins the race. Don't rush the process. Trust it. Focus daily, remain disciplined, and never let temporary setbacks derail your momentum. The victories of tomorrow are built on today's persistence. Keep moving, keep improving, keep winning, one deliberate step at a time. Consistency is the bridge between effort and success. Effort alone is not enough. Many people work hard sporadically and wonder why they don't achieve results. The key is consistent effort, small, repeated actions over time. This steady commitment transforms effort into measurable results. Think of consistency as a bridge. Without it, your goals remain disconnected from your daily actions. Practical tip: identify the key actions that contribute to your goals and commit to performing them daily, no matter how small. Success isn't about occasional motivation. Motivation is temporary. Some days you'll feel inspired, and others you won't. Waiting for motivation to strike is a recipe for inconsistency. True progress comes from discipline and commitment, not fleeting inspiration. Showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, builds momentum and creates lasting results. Practical tip: establish a routine or schedule that doesn't rely on motivation. For example, commit to exercising at the same time daily or dedicating the first hour of work to your highest priority task. Incremental progress compounds into monumental results. Small steps matter. Writing one page of a book, learning one new skill, or saving a little money daily may seem insignificant. But over weeks, months, and years, these small, repeated actions accumulate into major achievements. This is the principle of compounding applied to personal growth. Practical tip: break your goals into tiny, actionable steps. Track them daily and celebrate completing each step. It reinforces the habit of consistency. Celebrate small wins. Consistency can feel slow, and progress may seem invisible at times. That's why celebrating small victories is important.
They remind you that your efforts are working. Recognizing progress boosts confidence, strengthens commitment, and fuels motivation to continue. Practical tip: keep a win journal and write down 3 small achievements each day, no matter how minor they may seem. The power of slow and steady. Remember the turtle: slow but steady wins the race. Don't rush the process. Growth and success take time. Trying to achieve everything instantly leads to frustration, burnout, or giving up. Trust the journey and the cumulative effect of daily effort. Patience and persistence are as crucial as hard work. Practical tip: focus on building long-term habits rather than seeking immediate results. Long-term success comes from steady, reliable progress. Focus daily and remain disciplined. Consistency requires daily focus. Each day presents choices, tasks to complete, distractions to avoid, and actions to take. Discipline ensures that even when challenges or setbacks arise, you remain on track. Temporary obstacles should not derail your momentum. Practical tip: start each day with a clear intention. Today, I will take deliberate steps toward my goal, no matter what. Persistence builds tomorrow's victories. Every step you take today contributes to future success. Momentum is cumulative. Each day you show up, each small improvement builds a foundation for bigger wins. Persistence ensures that temporary failures do not stop long-term progress. Consistency transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Practical tip: track your progress weekly. Look back to see how far you've come. This reinforces that your consistent efforts are creating real change. Keep moving, keep improving, keep winning. Consistency is a mindset, a daily commitment, and a habit. Keep moving forward even when progress seems slow. Continue improving yourself, your skills, and your mindset every day. Every deliberate step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Practical tip: commit to one consistent action each day that moves you closer to your goal. Over time, these actions compound into significant achievements. Chapter 6 teaches that consistency is the ultimate key to success. Consistent effort bridges the gap between goals and results. Motivation is temporary. Discipline and daily action matter more. Small, repeated actions compound into monumental results. Celebrate progress and trust the slow, steady journey. Persistence today builds tomorrow's victories. Action step: choose one key area of your life and commit to daily, consistent action. Track progress, celebrate small wins, and focus on improving a little every day. Over time, your consistent effort will create unstoppable momentum toward success. Chapter 7: overcome setbacks with resilience. Life will knock you down. Failures, rejection, and obstacles are inevitable. But focusing on yourself means refusing to let these challenges define you. Each setback is an opportunity to grow, learn, adapt, and rise stronger. Resilience transforms obstacles into stepping stones. The difference between winners and others is the refusal to quit. Stay committed, stay disciplined, and maintain your focus. Your ability to bounce back determines your trajectory. The path is difficult, but every challenge you overcome strengthens your character and brings you closer to victory. Remember, resilience is the secret weapon of those who succeed against all odds. Life is never a straight path, and anyone who has ever pursued meaningful goals knows that setbacks, failures, and obstacles are not just possible, they are inevitable. They are part of the natural rhythm of growth and achievement. And yet so many people falter when these challenges appear, allowing themselves to be defined by the very difficulties that could have made them stronger, wiser, and more capable. But resilience, the inner strength to rise after falling, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Because resilience is not merely a reaction to adversity, it is a conscious choice to maintain focus, to stay disciplined, and to continue moving forward even when circumstances seem impossible. And it begins with understanding that every setback is an opportunity disguised as hardship, an invitation to learn, to adapt, and to refine your approach. Because failure itself is not the enemy, but the lessons hidden within failure are invaluable if only you have the courage to confront them, analyze what went wrong, and take deliberate action to prevent similar mistakes in the future. Consider that each obstacle, whether it be a rejection from a job or a failed business venture, a personal disappointment or a health challenge, carries within it the potential for growth, provided you do not allow it to erode your confidence or shake your commitment to your vision. Because resilience transforms what might feel like an endpoint into a stepping stone, converting pain, frustration, and disappointment into fuel for determination. And this is a mindset that champions cultivate, one that refuses to quit regardless of the severity of the challenge. Understanding that the journey toward meaningful achievement is rarely smooth, but the bumps, twists, and turns of life are precisely what develop character, patience, wisdom, and strength, qualities that no easy victory can ever provide. And to cultivate resilience, you must first accept that failure is not shameful, that setbacks are not punishments, but that they are essential teachers, giving you insights that can accelerate your growth if you pay attention and remain open to learning. For every time you encounter a difficulty and respond with determination rather than defeat, you expand your capacity to handle even greater challenges in the future, building a momentum of perseverance that compounds over time, creating a person who is not easily shaken by circumstances, who maintains clarity of purpose even under pressure, and who can see beyond immediate discomfort to the bigger picture of long-term achievement. Resilience also requires emotional regulation, the ability to remain calm, rational, and focused even when fear, frustration, or anger threatens to overwhelm you. Because without control over your emotional responses, setbacks can easily lead to impulsive decisions, regret, and lost opportunities. Whereas cultivating resilience allows you to respond thoughtfully, to evaluate the situation, and to take action strategically, turning potential losses into gains and challenges into lessons. Another key aspect of resilience is self-belief, the unshakable conviction that, despite temporary failures, you have the capacity to succeed if you continue to act consistently and wisely. Because confidence built through repeated effort and a history of overcoming difficulties reinforces your ability to face future obstacles with courage and poise. And it is this mindset that allows successful people to see failure not as the end of the road, but as a signpost guiding them to a better strategy, a smarter approach, or a more refined skill set. Moreover, resilience is amplified when paired with adaptability, the willingness to adjust your methods, your plans, and sometimes even your goals when circumstances demand it. Because rigid persistence without learning is blind effort, whereas resilient adaptability transforms challenges into opportunities to innovate, experiment, and improve, creating an unbreakable cycle of growth and progress. At its core, resilience is also a commitment to action, an understanding that dwelling on setbacks or succumbing to discouragement accomplishes nothing, and that progress is achieved not by wishing for easier circumstances, but by working strategically, with patience and perseverance, to overcome what life places in your path. This requires daily discipline because resilience is built incrementally through repeated choices to rise after falling, to show up even when discouraged, and to continue working toward your goals despite fatigue, fear, or uncertainty. And over time, these choices compound, forming a habit of unyielding persistence, a personal culture of excellence that becomes part of your identity. And as your resilience grows, so too does your confidence, your capacity to take calculated risks, and your ability to seize opportunities that others might avoid due to fear or doubt. Importantly, resilience is not about facing challenges alone either. It is about surrounding yourself with a support system that encourages growth, provides perspective, and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Because even the strongest individuals need guidance, mentorship, and emotional support to navigate particularly tough situations. And learning to accept help and to collaborate does not diminish resilience, but rather strengthens it, allowing you to bounce back faster and more efficiently from setbacks. Every person who achieves lasting success, whether in business, sports, science, or art, has faced moments of profound difficulty. Moments where giving up would have seemed reasonable. Yet the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who plateau lies in the refusal to let circumstances define them, in the relentless pursuit of their goals despite adversity, and in the recognition that setbacks are merely temporary roadblocks on the highway to achievement, each one offering a lesson, a chance to refine strategy, and an opportunity to strengthen character. Therefore, if you wish to focus on yourself until you win, you must internalize the truth that setbacks are inevitable, but defeat is optional. That resilience is the secret weapon that turns obstacles into progress, fear into determination, and failures into stepping stones. And that by cultivating mental toughness, emotional control, adaptability, self-belief, and unwavering commitment, you can navigate life's challenges with clarity, poise, and power, ultimately transforming every setback into a catalyst for growth and ensuring that every challenge you overcome strengthens not only your character, but your capacity to win. Because the trajectory of your life is determined not by the absence of difficulty, but by the strength of your response. And the more resilient you become, the more unstoppable you are, and the closer you move toward the victory you seek. Chapter 8: Eliminate Distractions. The world is full of noise, social media, toxic relationships, and endless obligations. To win, you must prioritize. Identify what serves your growth and eliminate the rest. Surround yourself with people who inspire, support, and uplift you. Protect your energy. Focus requires boundaries. Avoid negativity, drama, and distractions that pull you off course. Energy is precious. Spend it on growth, learning, and action. Every moment wasted on what doesn't matter is a step away from your dreams. Master the art of focus. Guard your time. Commit to what truly matters. Win the battle of attention, and you will win the battle of life. In a world filled with constant noise, endless obligations, and a ceaseless stream of interruptions, the ability to focus has become the most valuable skill anyone can cultivate. Because while talent, intelligence, and ambition are important, they are rendered nearly useless if your attention is constantly being pulled in multiple directions. And this is why eliminating distractions is not just a tactic, but a fundamental principle for achieving success. As every moment spent on trivial, unimportant, or harmful activities is a moment stolen from the pursuit of your goals, from your growth, and from the life you aspire to create. And the first step toward mastering focus is awareness, the conscious recognition of what in your life serves your growth and what drains your energy. Because so many people drift through life reacting to every notification, request, or emotional impulse without realizing how much these diversions chip away at their progress. And the modern world has amplified this problem to unprecedented levels, with social media platforms engineered to capture your attention, relationships that may be toxic or draining, endless work obligations that distract from your priorities, and countless opportunities to procrastinate that appear as harmless entertainment but quietly erode your productivity and your ability to think clearly. And so, to win, to truly focus on yourself and your journey, you must take a deliberate inventory of your life, identifying everything that supports your growth, nourishes your mind, strengthens your body, and uplifts your spirit, while simultaneously recognizing and removing anything that distracts, drains, or diminishes your energy. Because your attention is a finite resource, and once spent, it cannot be reclaimed, making every conscious choice about where to invest it absolutely critical. And this includes the relationships you maintain. As humans are social creatures, and the people you surround yourself with profoundly influence your mindset, habits, and outcomes. And if your inner circle consists of individuals who are negative, unsupportive, envious, or complacent, their energy can seep into your own, lowering your motivation and subtly pulling you away from your objectives. Whereas surrounding yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you creates a positive feedback loop of encouragement, accountability, and growth, reinforcing your focus and accelerating your progress. And this principle extends beyond relationships to every environment you inhabit, from the digital spaces you occupy to the physical spaces where you live and work. As clutter, chaos, and noise in your surroundings create mental friction that weakens focus, saps energy, and makes decision-making more difficult. And so part of eliminating distractions involves creating intentional spaces that support clarity, productivity, and well-being. Whether that means decluttering your workspace, turning off unnecessary notifications, or designating specific times for communication, entertainment, and work. Because focus thrives in structure and boundaries, and without them, even the most motivated individual can be derailed, spending hours on tasks that do not advance their goals while neglecting the work that truly matters. And speaking of boundaries, protecting your energy is an essential component of eliminating distractions, as every engagement, commitment, or mental exertion carries a cost, and failing to guard your energy leads to exhaustion, frustration, and diminished effectiveness. Which is why learning to say no to what does not serve you, postponing obligations that are not urgent, and stepping away from situations that breed negativity or drama is not selfish but necessary for maintaining the mental and emotional bandwidth required to achieve your highest potential. And mastering this art of selective engagement requires self-discipline, awareness, and a commitment to prioritization. Because focus is a daily practice, not a one-time decision, and it requires continual evaluation of where your attention is going and whether that allocation is helping or hindering your journey. And even small distractions, scrolling mindlessly through social media, checking emails repeatedly, or engaging in trivial arguments, can accumulate over days, weeks, and months into massive lost opportunity. Time that could have been spent learning a new skill, building a meaningful relationship, developing your health, or taking actionable steps toward your dreams. And the difference between those who achieve extraordinary success and those who remain stuck often comes down to this very principle. Winners ruthlessly guard their attention, prioritizing high-value activities while cutting out noise, whereas others allow the endless demands of life to pull them in conflicting directions, leading to scattered energy, inconsistent effort, and delayed results. And eliminating distractions also requires mindfulness and intentionality, as not all distractions are obvious and some are subtle, such as negative self-talk, internalized doubts, or unconscious habits that drain mental energy without your conscious awareness. And these too must be recognized and addressed, because true focus is not just about external inputs, but also about controlling your inner environment, maintaining a clear, confident, and determined mindset that resists the pull of fear, procrastination, and indecision. And by cultivating this level of awareness, you gain the power to consciously choose where your attention goes, ensuring that it is spent only on what drives growth, learning, and meaningful action. And this is why boundaries are so essential, as they create the framework within which your attention can flourish, enabling you to say no to distractions, temptations, and low-value commitments while saying yes to the opportunities, relationships, and tasks that align with your purpose. And energy management is a natural extension of this practice, because the more you protect your focus, the more you amplify your capacity to achieve. And every hour, every thought, and every action becomes intentional, serving as a building block towards your vision. And just as a master investor allocates capital wisely to maximize returns, so must you allocate your attention wisely to maximize results. Understanding that every wasted moment represents a lost investment in your future, and every deliberate choice to eliminate distractions, prioritize meaningfully, and protect your energy compounds over time, creating exponential gains in productivity, clarity, and progress. And mastering the art of focus ultimately transforms your life. Because when your attention is sharp, your efforts are aligned, and your energy is protected, you begin to move with precision and purpose, making every action count toward your objectives. And this leads to a powerful momentum where growth accelerates, confidence strengthens, and opportunities become visible and attainable. And in this way, the battle of attention is the battle of life itself, because controlling what you focus on determines the quality of your results, the speed of your progress, and the likelihood of achieving your dreams. And those who learn to eliminate distractions, set boundaries, protect their energy, and commit only to what truly matters are the ones who rise above mediocrity, who achieve clarity amid chaos, and who consistently move forward while others are stuck in a cycle of reactive behavior, scattered priorities, and delayed results. And so, if you wish to win in any area of life, whether personal, professional, or spiritual, you must take full responsibility for your attention. Ruthlessly identify what serves your growth, remove what doesn't, and commit to living with purpose, clarity, and intentionality. Because every moment is an opportunity to advance toward your goals, and every distraction avoided is a step closer to mastery, achievement, and fulfillment. And when you consistently apply this principle, the cumulative effect is extraordinary. Your focus sharpens, your productivity soars, your energy expands, and your ability to act decisively, confidently, and effectively multiplies, ultimately ensuring that you do not merely drift through life, but steer it with intention, power, and purpose. And in mastering your attention, you master your destiny, because the individual who can protect their focus, eliminate distractions, and commit fully to what truly matters is unstoppable, unshakable, and destined to achieve greatness in every area they choose to pursue. And this is the essence of Chapter 8. Win the battle of attention, and you will win the battle of life. Chapter 9. Believe in your potential. Self-doubt is the enemy of focus. Your mind can either empower you or destroy you. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Say, I am capable, I am strong, I will achieve my goals. Words shape reality. Belief fuels action. When you focus on yourself, you strengthen not only your skills, but your confidence. Trust your journey. Trust your efforts. Trust that your dedication will pay off. Remember, success is not measured by wealth or recognition. It is measured by growth and fulfillment. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you win, your victory is sweeter because it is earned through unwavering commitment. Believing in your potential is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked elements of personal success, because the mind is both a battlefield and a workshop, capable of either empowering you or destroying you, depending on the thoughts, beliefs, and narratives you choose to embrace. and self-doubt, that persistent, quiet voice of limitation, is the greatest enemy of focus, because when you question your abilities, hesitate to act, or convince yourself that your goals are too ambitious or your skills insufficient, you give power to fear, indecision, and procrastination, allowing them to dictate the trajectory of your life and robbing you of opportunities to grow, learn, and achieve. Whereas cultivating a deep, unwavering belief in your own potential fuels motivation, sharpens focus, and transforms obstacles into challenges you are equipped to overcome. And this belief is not a vague optimism or wishful thinking, but a deliberate, conscious practice of replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, rewriting the internal scripts that tell you who you are, what you are capable of, and what is possible for your life. Because words shape reality, and the statements you repeat to yourself daily literally influence your mindset, actions, and outcomes, which is why saying, "I am capable, I am strong, I will achieve my goals," is not just affirmation, but a declaration that aligns your mind, energy, and behavior with the vision you seek, reinforcing the idea that success begins in the mind and manifests in action. And believing in your potential requires an honest assessment of yourself, your strengths, and your skills, acknowledging where you excel while also recognizing areas for improvement, because true confidence is grounded in competence and growth rather than arrogance or denial. And when you focus on yourself with this mindset, you are not merely building skills, but also nurturing self-trust, resilience, and the courage to pursue ambitious goals, even in the face of uncertainty or opposition. Because confidence and belief in your ability act as a lens that clarifies opportunities, directs effort, and sustains persistence when challenges arise. And this belief must be reinforced through action, because potential without effort remains latent, invisible, and untested, whereas consistent dedication, disciplined practice, and deliberate focus bring your potential to life, turning abstract ability into concrete results. And as you progress, your confidence grows, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where belief fuels action, action produces results, and results deepen your conviction. Which is why trusting your journey, your efforts, and the process itself is crucial, because success is rarely immediate, and the path is often filled with obstacles, delays, and moments of doubt. Yet maintaining belief through these trials allows you to persist, adapt, and ultimately achieve, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is a contribution to your growth and mastery. And this mindset also shifts the way you measure success, because true achievement is not only about wealth, recognition, or external validation, but about growth, fulfillment, and becoming the best version of yourself, so that every accomplishment, every skill learned, and every challenge overcome contributes to your overall evolution as a person. And the sweetness of victory comes from the knowledge that it was earned through dedication, focus, and unwavering commitment, rather than by chance, luck, or shortcuts, which reinforces the principle that belief in your potential is inseparable from effort, discipline, and resilience, because no matter how much faith you have in your abilities, it is the consistent application of that belief through deliberate action that transforms potential into reality. And this requires cultivating an internal dialogue that consistently reinforces possibility, capability, and purpose, challenging every thought of inadequacy, every moment of hesitation, and every internal critique that undermines confidence. And as you develop this mental habit, you begin to perceive opportunities where others see barriers, solutions where others see problems, and paths forward where others see dead ends, because belief in your potential expands your perception of what is achievable, stretching your ambitions beyond self-imposed limits and societal expectations. and it empowers you to take calculated risks, pursue goals that may initially seem daunting, and maintain focus under pressure, knowing that even if failure occurs, it is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Which is why resilient self-belief is both a shield and a catalyst, protecting you from the paralyzing effects of doubt while accelerating your progress toward mastery and achievement. And reinforcing this belief requires daily practice, reflection, and intentional action, because the mind is like a garden. It will grow whatever seeds you plant, whether they are seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, or seeds of confidence, potential, and possibility. And by consistently choosing empowering thoughts, affirmations, and actions, you cultivate an internal environment in which your abilities can flourish, your skills can develop, and your goals can be realized. And this process also strengthens your capacity for patience, perseverance, and self-compassion. Because believing in your potential does not mean expecting immediate perfection or results, but trusting that your consistent effort, learning, and focus will accumulate over time to produce meaningful outcomes. And as you experience small successes along the way, your belief becomes more tangible, reinforcing the habit of confidence and the expectation that you are capable of achieving even greater things. And it is this compounding effect that separates those who merely dream from those who execute, those who hesitate from those who act decisively, and those who stagnate from those who continuously grow. Because every deliberate step taken with the mindset of potential realized contributes not only to your immediate goals, but to your long-term evolution as a person who consistently exceeds limitations, overcomes fear, and achieves excellence. And finally, believing in your potential transforms how you approach challenges, setbacks, and adversity. Because with unshakable faith in your abilities, obstacles become temporary detours rather than dead ends. Criticism becomes feedback rather than judgment, and self-doubt becomes a prompt to reaffirm your strengths rather than a reason to retreat. And in this way, belief is not passive, it is active, living in every choice, every action, and every thought, guiding you to focus on what matters, to act decisively, to invest in growth, and to pursue your highest vision of yourself. Because when you combine belief with consistent effort, disciplined focus, resilience, and strategic action, your potential is no longer theoretical, but tangible, manifesting as skill, achievement, confidence, and fulfillment. And thus, the practice of believing in your potential is not just a mindset, but a lifestyle, a commitment to honor your capabilities, embrace challenges, persist through doubt, and continuously evolve. And it is this unwavering faith in yourself, cultivated through intention, action, and reflection, that ensures that when you win, your victory is not only external, but deeply personal, earned through dedication, focus, and the relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself.
Chapter 10. Never stop until you win. Today, make a decision. Focus on yourself until you win. Life will challenge you. Fear, doubt, and distractions will test your resolve. But your victory is waiting. Your journey is yours alone. Ignore comparisons. Trust your pace and remain steadfast. Invest in growth, strengthen your mind and body, eliminate distractions, and take consistent action. Show up daily, rise after setbacks, celebrate progress. The greatest champions in history didn't quit. They focused relentlessly, improving until they achieved their goals. Your time is now. Your journey begins today. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and never ever stop until you win. Your victory is inevitable if you commit fully to yourself. Today, you have the power to make a decision, a conscious choice to focus on yourself until you win.
because life is not a gentle journey, but a relentless series of challenges, tests, and obstacles designed to measure your resolve. And the truth is that fear, doubt, uncertainty, and distractions will come at you from every direction, threatening to pull you off course, erode your confidence, and convince you that giving up is easier than pressing forward. Yet the path to victory is not determined by luck or circumstance, but by your ability to remain steadfast, disciplined, and committed to your personal growth. Because success does not belong to those who quit at the first sign of difficulty, nor to those who measure their worth by comparing themselves to others, but to those who understand that the journey is uniquely theirs and who invest in themselves relentlessly, strengthening their mind through learning, reflection, and mental discipline, and their body through exercise, nutrition, and rest. Because a strong mind and a healthy, energized body create the foundation for sustained focus, resilience, and performance, enabling you to tackle challenges with clarity and confidence. And part of this investment in yourself also means learning to eliminate distractions, the endless noise, obligations, and influences that drain your energy, steal your attention, and scatter your efforts. Because every moment spent on what does not serve your purpose is a moment lost in the pursuit of your goals. And mastery over your attention is mastery over your life. And this is why consistency is paramount. Because showing up every day, even when motivation wanes, even when the path seems uncertain, compounds over time into unstoppable momentum, transforming small, deliberate actions into extraordinary results. And each step forward, no matter how minor it appears in the moment, builds upon the last, creating a foundation of progress that propels you toward your ultimate victory. And when setbacks inevitably occur, which they will, you are prepared to rise again, to analyze what went wrong, to adapt, and to continue moving forward. Because resilience is the secret weapon of those who achieve greatness, the ability to transform failure, rejection, and adversity into lessons, strategies, and renewed determination. And the ability to maintain belief in your potential, even when circumstances seem discouraging, ensures that each challenge strengthens your character, sharpens your focus, and increases your capacity to achieve. And this process is not about rushing, nor about instant gratification, but about patience, discipline, and the understanding that true success is built gradually, deliberately, and intentionally. And this is why the champions in history, the innovators, leaders, athletes, and visionaries, achieved greatness because they refused to quit. They ignored comparisons, they trusted their pace, and they committed themselves fully to the process of growth, learning, and improvement, recognizing that every victory begins with consistent effort, unwavering focus, and the courage to continue when others would stop. And it is through this relentless pursuit that mastery is achieved, as each action taken with purpose and persistence compounds, creating skills, confidence, and momentum that are impossible to reverse. And the beauty of this approach is that it turns ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes, transforming daily habits into remarkable achievements. And every time you rise after a setback, you reinforce your commitment, strengthen your resilience, and prove to yourself that obstacles are temporary and victory is inevitable for those who refuse to quit. And understanding this truth changes everything, because it shifts your focus from fear of failure to the certainty of growth, from distraction to deliberate action, and from comparison to self-mastery. And when you combine disciplined focus, elimination of distractions, consistent effort, resilience in adversity, investment in personal growth, and belief in your potential, you create an unstoppable force that drives you toward your goals with precision and purpose. And this is why it is essential to show up daily, not waiting for motivation, not seeking external validation, but trusting the process, your pace, and your capacity to evolve. Because success is not about perfection, nor is it about avoiding failure. It is about unwavering commitment, deliberate progress, and the refusal to stop until the vision you hold for yourself becomes reality. And as you continue to act, learn, and grow, you will notice compounding effects, where confidence multiplies, skills sharpen, obstacles become manageable, and opportunities reveal themselves more clearly. Because focus, discipline, and persistence align your mind, energy, and actions with your ultimate goals, allowing you to channel every resource effectively toward the achievement of what matters most. And this is why the message is so simple yet profound. Never stop until you win. Because each moment you commit fully to yourself, each step you take with intention, each challenge you overcome, and each habit you build brings you closer to the victory that is uniquely yours. And your journey begins today, at this very moment, as a conscious choice to prioritize your growth, protect your energy, focus your attention, strengthen your mind and body, learn continuously, rise after setbacks, and take deliberate, persistent action toward your goals. And in doing so, you create a life defined not by limitation, fear, or distraction, but by progress, mastery, fulfillment, and triumph. Because the individuals who achieve their dreams are not those who avoid challenges, nor those who wait for the perfect conditions, but those who commit to themselves fully, act consistently, and refuse to stop regardless of circumstances. And by embracing this mindset, you align yourself with the natural law of effort and reward, where sustained, focused action inevitably leads to results. And the more fully you commit, the more certain your victory becomes. Because there is no substitute for disciplined, relentless focus combined with belief in your potential and the courage to act. And the ultimate truth is that your victory is inevitable if you commit fully to yourself. Because life rewards those who persist, grow, and focus. And when you live by this principle, showing up daily, rising after setbacks, eliminating distractions, investing in growth, strengthening mind and body, believing in your potential, and acting consistently, you embody the essence of what it means to win, creating a legacy of achievement, mastery, and personal fulfillment. And so today, make the decision. Focus on yourself, invest in yourself, commit fully, and never, ever stop until you win. Because your journey is yours alone. Your efforts are the seeds of future triumphs, and your unwavering dedication will ultimately transform every challenge, every setback, and every moment of doubt into stepping stones toward the life you have envisioned, a life of purpose, growth, and triumph that is uniquely yours and undeniably earned through relentless commitment to yourself and your goals.